Hello everyone. Today we are going to explain the FCA Ecoterm. This presentation is called the FCA Ecoterm Blueprint. We will talk about legal risk, physical delivery, and supply chain control under rules of the International Chamber of Commerce. My work is Carlos Santos Fernandez Arevalo, Marley Amaya Perez, and Cristian Garcia Manrique. Under FCA 2020 rules, the seller is responsible for export clearance and delivering the goods to carrier named by the buyer. And allow FOB FCA workforce in mode of transport. The buyer and seller must say exactly where delivery happens. Displays disease who is responsible if sometimes goes wrong. The price moment of delivery is very important. It tells one when the right price from the seller to the buyer. This can happen in two different scenarios. We will see both in the next slide. In scenario A, the seller loads the goods at their own a house. The rice stays with the seller until the goods are safely on the buyer's truck. If the goods are damaged during loading, the seller is responsible. In scenario B, the seller delivers the goods to a port or airport. The seller only needs to arrive it with the goods ready for unloading. If the goods are damaged or barely unloaded, the buyer is irresponsible. The seller does not control analysis. This slide shows a timeline. It maps how long the seller arrives and when the buyer takes over. The seller pays for export costs. The buyer pays for main, transport, and import taxes. The rights change exactly at the named place. The seller must provide the goods, commercial invoice, packing license, and export license. The seller also pays for the duties. The buyer must pay the Paris, contact main transport, and other import customs. The buyer takes all liability at once the carrier gets the goods. There is critical gap in insurance. When the goods are in transit with the seller and buyer, who pays for damage? The FCA rule says the buyer assumes risk after delivery, but the buyer's insurance must start exactly at that point. The seller should check is careful. The two-sense pay allows a bill of lading suite and onboard actions. This means that even with FCA, the seller can get and document showing the goods are the one chip. This helps with letters of credit. It is a very useful change. FCA is better than AXW because the seller manages export customs. FCA is better than FOB because the seller arrives at the terminal, not at ship's rail. FOB is only for traditional bulk cargo. FCA works for containers of the trucks and trains. Use FCA when the buyer wants to use their own carrier and save money. Use FCA when the seller can do sport customs. Do not is XXW with a foreign buyer who does not know your local rules. FCA is a smart choice, is global supply chains. Let's see a real example. The seller is Group Nutres in Colombia. The buyer is Walmart in the United States. They use FCA and Nutresa Logistic Center in Medellin. This is a perfect case of FCA in action. Nutresa produces the food, then they prepare the goods for export. They complete Colombian export customs. Finally, they deliver the goods to Walmart carried at the Medellin Center. After that, Nutresa just no more responsibility. That is the FSA just do. Once Walmart carrier takes the goods, Walmart controls every time. They decide the route, the shipping company, and delivery times. They also pay for some fate of an important customs in the United States. This gives Walmart efficiency for lower cost. The physical flow shows the goods moving from Nutresa to the truck, to the port, to the ship. The legal flow shows the rights transferring exactly at the Medellin center. These two flows are not the same. The legal transfer happens before the fiscal year ends. This slide shows the exact moment of the shift. At the naming place, the buyer assumes all liability. It does not matter if the goods are still in Colombia. The buyer is now responsible. This is the most important idea in FCA. FCA is trade-off. The buyer takes more work, but gets more control. Large companies like Walmart prefer FCAs because they can match their own supply chain. The seller has less work after delivery, but also this control. This balance works of the boards. Finally, FCA critters efficiency and security. Each party does at the do best. The seller handles local sport. The buyer handles international sport. The FCA Incoterms is the legal bridge that makes global trade safe and predictable. Thank you listening.